What's your message to the people here, to Nigerians?
It's a message of hope, a message of renewed hope. We've come here not just to pray, but also to sensitize ourselves of the need to end gender-based violence. It's a monster within us. It's very important that we express the zero tolerance towards abuse to our women, our children, and abuse in families. So we've come here to pray. I thank everybody for coming here. I thank the imams for the sermon. And I, would like to collaborate with every, group in the society to ensure that we advocate, we sensitize, so that we have a society that is free of sexually based violence, inshallah. Around, like there will be a review on our VAP Act and the Child Rights Act, so that the advocacy will be sustained, efforts will also be sustained. As you can see, we have a lot of stakeholders here. It's not just the Ministry of Women Affairs. We have the Ministry of Education, who also deals with, violence in schools and other, and we also have the Minister of State for FCT. We also have the DG of the Mayam Babangida National Center for Women Development. We also have our party stakeholder, our Deputy National Women Leader. We have our leaders from our Islamic bodies. So it's a collaboration, whole of society, to ensure that we eliminate completely violence for our women, our girls, and in communities. Of course, when the women are empowered, then they are less accessible to the criminal minds. They can protect themselves better, and they can be able to also contribute to nation building. And that is what the president has in mind. Thank you. I spoke about it earlier on, that we've come here not just to pray, but also to sensitize. Because it's a menace, it's a monster, and we must fight it with everything in us. And we've come collectively together as a force to ensure that there's zero room for violence for our citizens, not just women and children, but everybody. Maybe you ask the ministers and
We welcome development. Every year we celebrate the 16 days of activism. But specifically, as you know, we have zero tolerance for SGBV. That's what sexual-based, gender-based violence. So for us at the ministry, we have our own series of activities we do. We do sensitization at different levels, especially at the tertiary level. But notwithstanding, we still actually go down to secondary and primary school level to do the sensitization. I'm not happy to say that things are happening within the society, and then there is rising cases of this SGBV. But at the government level, we are doing a lot of initiative to actually ensure that women and children are empowered in such a way that we eliminate the sexual-based violence. So that's why we are together with the Ministry of Women Affairs, the SGBB, in all the schools we have at different levels. Thank you.
We all have the symbol.
FCT Minister would like to speak as well.
For bringing this series of events. And as she has said, the reason why we are in mosques today is not just to sensitize. Whatever you are doing, you have to pray over it. And also, no religion is for violence to women or children. So after sensitization, we also want to use this opportunity to ask Almighty Allah to be in our favor, to make everything we're doing successful. And that's why by Sunday too, we're going to have another series in the National Christian, because every religion is against violence. And as you have said, economic development and then gender violence. Any woman that is empowered, definitely she has low risk to violence in any way. And if she's empowered, she will protect herself, she will protect the family and also the children and the nation at large. So as the Honorable Minister of State FCT, will also do all that it takes. All our hands will be on deck to do the needful and also to prevent violence against our women and children in FCT and Nigeria at large. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister, for her future of Almighty Allah, because this is a scourge that we have been fighting over the years, and it is on the increase. So we thank God for the foresight and wisdom of the Honorable Minister to have brought this issue into prayers, because those that are involved in the gender violence are men and women. So we have not come before God to report ourselves, so that God will now calm down our nerves and we should behave very well. So I'm very happy with this development, and we pray that our men and our women will please succumb to, there should be zero tolerance to gender-based violence. By now, there shouldn't be issues of violence in this country. But this is the peak of it. Having come to the mosque and we are going to the church, we are now before God, asking God to intervene. So we pray that by this time next year, definitely sure GBV should be on the decrease, inshallah.
Although it's a UN thing, but she has taken it seriously and she's collaborating with the party. The party having structures from the federal to the world level. What we are doing today will cascade down to the world level. Sensitization and eradication of gender-based violence. APC as a party takes it very, very seriously, and we are collaborating with the Ministry of Women Affairs, led by the Honorable Minister, who is very passionate and capable of such eradication. Thank you very much.
Let's